Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Let's check out the rap video, huh? It's been too long since we've seen a rap video. Actually, I'm gonna let ads play before we check it out. I'm gonna let ads finish. Let me know when ads are done, and then we'll check it out so we don't get interrupted for the whole video. What one streamer should I give my Twitch Prime to? You, or is there one out there you would want me to sub for you? Sub to whoever you like watch the most, pretty much. You know, like if you're only in here every once in a while, I would actually recommend not Twitch priming to my stream. I would recommend Twitch priming to the streamer that you watch the most, because you get no ads on that channel, and you get their emotes, and you get to like be a part of the community and stuff. So whoever that is, I would recommend to prime to them. All right, let me know when ads are done. We'll play this vid. Yo, Bruce, thanks for the prime. Welcome on in. 1 minute left for ads. All right, we'll vibe for another minute then. Almighty King, 12-month sub. Enjoy your lack of ads. Let's go. Yes, sir. Thanks for waiting, Czar. Yep. I appreciate you actually manage your ads. I try my best to. Obviously, I'm not perfect with it, but I try my best to do ads like in between games. Like when I'm on flight paths, downtime, not like right in the start of a video, stuff like that. But obviously, it's not perfect. I like your cut, G. Bro, I got a haircut like a couple months ago. It's been a minute. What's the add-on you using? Class colors? Yeah. Class bar, health bar colors. Ads are done. We're good. All right, cool. All right, so it's the first WoW Rav video in like quite some time, so I'm pretty excited for it. Yeah, all right. I was gonna intro him, but let's just you guys know Rav. You guys know Rav. Let's take a look.
Attention gamers. Long ago, a young dwarf looking for an escape from a toxic League of Legends addiction spawned into Azeroth, where he would fight through the most hardcore of endeavors. He challenged the deadliest mobs to butt-naked Makgoras, and together with his loyal pig, they conquered elements that others feared. Driven to avenge the deaths of his people, he was forced to overcome his own, where he would abuse his streamer privileges to return as a hero to his throne.
Absolutely.
And deliver retribution on the mobs.
Bro, I miss hardcore so much. These times, it was just so fun.
With the bullshit hitboxes that tried to end his journey. He then served the Alliance in a fiery war against Ragnaros, where he would retire a hero. Time passed, and Rav the Avatar lived a simpler life fishing in the local vales and hitting on Elwyn hotties at Goldshire Pub.
Wouldn't expect anything else.
But one night, that would all change. In a cataclysmic event, a douche canoe dragon named Deathwing took a molten piss over the lands he knew and loved. He visited his past, seeing that cities were destroyed, and the old flourishing harbors were left looking like Dubai. He studied the ways of archaeology in hopes of reconstructing what was lost, surveying the lands and collecting fossils of the world he grew up in. But in these perilous times, he knew deep down that it was now his duty to avenge all of Azeroth.
Yes, Rav is on Cata, boys.
Okay, so my mission to avenge Azeroth starts with a request from my homeboy the king, who is like dog. I need to call in a celeb shot to handle some rumors overseas about a war breaking out, so I head over to the harbor where me and a WoW is back amount of people are lined up to serve. Our carnival cruise arrives and I'm pumped, but Howard is all like, brah, I'm not getting on that thing, have you seen Titanic? And so I have to tell him we will hang with the captain and he can ask him any questions he wants to calm his...
One, I just missed Rav videos so much. They're so fun to watch. And two, I love the start of any expansion. It's so fun to see that many players grouped up and it's just like, go, 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 and everyone's lagging. It's great.
Nerves. But history is set to repeat itself, as Howard is all-knowing, as this particular river casino runs into a little Bermuda Triangle action which has people panicking and jumping ship, as this is starting to look like a scene out of the second Pirates of the Caribbean movie, as our warship is now a chew toy for Polly Wally Octopus over here. To make matters worse,
Rev, why would you go Vashj'ir? Go Mount Hyjal, bro.
Gaming this with 4 Rhapsody malts wasn't optimal, so I pass out only to learn that they've set up some civilization down here and some Davy Jones looking dude is running a business installing gills on people. He tells me if I can fend off enough sweaty Coldridge midgets to collect some starfish he will turn me amphibious AF, and with that I was now Rav the Aqua Avatar.
Yeah. That's actually hella dopamine.
That said, it's 2024, and if you want to be a public figure even 60 meters underwater, you need to constantly worry about your image. So my PR team is like, you need to save some drowning soldiers for that good publicity. But the only problem with this plan was that if there was a graph of people who needed saved from drowning and people who wanted to say they saved a drowning person, the ratio would be so I did what any good leader does. I set up a pyramid scheme to do my good deeds for me and with the world thinking I'm a savior. I was ready to fight in the war. Until I got knocked in round 1 by some lispy slither tits who just couldn't wait to show me off to his lady, only for me to have to be bailed out a second time before that Rhapsody malt buzz wore off, and I vowed to take this more seriously. I learned to become one with the wildlife down here, nurturing them and tending to their every need. I even studied to get my license as an underwater Uber with the hopes of making my new submerged situation feel slightly less shitty. This world was now my oyster, and the oysters in my world seemed to have clamped down on none other than Captain Samir. Howard had some choice words for him, but we freed him and got his posse back to dry land, to which his first request was for me to fetch him a keg. I told him that coming off of a bender myself, I dunno if that's a good idea, but I could tell by the look in his face that he could give two shits right about now, so I did as asked and we celebrated.
Okay, dude. Only Rav, man.
Days later I ran into some Jamaican.
Imagine you just walk up and you're questing and you see this. You see Rav just dancing with his shirt off. So yep, that adds up. Yep, that definitely adds up.
Days later I ran into some Jamaican of the Thrall Simp faction who, in exchange for petting Howard, agreed to tell me why that Naga was so pissed off at me. I learned that these Naga joined forces with some Twilight cultist clan of low-parsing pigs who were in bed with Deathwing, and they were the boots on the ground. He said, speak to any crabsman gold to see just how grim it's become.
I will not be a tool of the Naga. I will resist as long as I can, but I can't last forever. Please, someone, stop them.
And I started noticing myself that I couldn't even do my own errands without one of these weaponized lizards trying to piss on my parade. There's a whole backstory of how I committed to some RPing cosplay that I'm not proud of, to learn more about where these Deathwing Twilight twats can be found, but once I got what I needed, it was like Naga. More like Naga gonna stay in this zone for a second longer than I needed to, as people were starting to get weird down here.
You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
Oh god.
So the second I saw my chance to get out,
Mount Hyshal.
I desk popped so many SOSs in the sky you'd think it was a 4th of July fireworks display, until they sent me some sus carbon fiber looking rescue boat that I just hoped wasn't being controlled by a PlayStation controller, and with that my journey in Vashj'ir was over. I returned home one step closer to finding Deathwing, and my next steps would either be to visit the dragon's hometown of Deepholm or to deal with the shit going on in High Jaw.
Hey, whoa! Are you kidding me? I was lagging. That's the only reason I died. What do you mean? How is he gonna put me in this video? Dude, I was reading chat. Twitch chat got me killed. Okay, that's fine. It's fine.
So I chose Deepholm, where I would put my aversion to Orgrimmar aside and share my super secret intel on about the Twilight cult as a way to earn his respect.
Behold, our hero had made it to the great dimensional anus, connecting the two worlds. The world of Azeroth that we all know and love, and the world of Deepholm, where Deathwing was clearly weaned off the tit milk a little too early in life. For thousands of years, this Azerothian orifice remained plugged to keep the dangers of Deepholm out. But during the Cataclysm, it was blown wide open, and Rav's next mission would now be to reinstall this world peacekeeping butt plug to restore balance between the worlds.
Okay, I don't care what the haters say, Deepholm is dank and my time here was like a damn vacation, but there was a job to do, and that started on the Alliance scout ship that we had deployed. You see, it was overrun with Twilight twerps, and I was gonna do everything in my power to get one of them to talk. As an avatar, I knew to play it cool, approach the enemy slowly, with confidence, and they will—
I'm fast as fuck, boy!
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
You see what happens when you bum rush in rather than being methodical in your negotiations?
Oh my god.
The proper way was to execute the Griffin drag and grab over a Zeppelin propeller strategy to perfection, and this two-headed diabetic told us that the peacekeeping butt plug shattered into 3 pieces. I'd have to deploy stealth ops missions to learn where they were.
Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know.
Yeah, you have to go underwater. You have to go underwater.
How would they know?
But the only thing I learned was that gnomes and anyone who plays them have 0 riz.
You've got the ick. Congratulations.
Turns out all I had to do was drop a bunch of Kool-Aid and spare ribs in the snow to lure one of the kid dragons, and that clearly hasn't been taught about stranger danger, and hope that daddy would come to the rescue, only to learn that it was all a setup and that Rav the Avatar is the master of bait, the masturbator. And after a round of shotgun ammo we had recovered the top of the butt plug. A clan of dwarfs held the second, but they were busy dealing with a trogue problem, a tale as old as time. So I offered to show off my new Cataclysm burst rotation before heading to the kingpin of trogs, who was holding some dude's dad captive or something. We had an emotional family reunion and my deeds were rewarded with the middle of the butt plug.
Dude. It's a fragment for the world
The
pillar.
third piece was tricky because it was held by some locals of Deep Home who weren't happy we were there, and so I tried to extend an olive branch and ask if maybe we could all break the ice over a round of top golf.
Your only welcome here shall be found underneath my stone foot.
But he wasn't having it and I had to be the bearer of bad news. Turns out the thing that got them to cooperate was for me to arrange a meet and greet with Deep Home Lizzo, as they apparently were longtime fans, and seeing as I got her to pretend to be excited about talking with them, we were all on the same page. They gave us the bottom of the butt plug, and together with Deep Home Lizzo we all schemed a way to reinsert it between the worlds. It was going to plan until some sexy Lexi of Twilight Descent, I guess, has a very strong opinion against butt plugs, and a battle broke out. Our plan was starting to fall apart as we were losing the fight until we got help from a few new friends.
Rav's imagination, dude.
And with
What's
that,
going on in
the
there?
eternal butt plug was restored, and we were one step closer to Deathwing.
Nice.
It was worth noting a few things in my own personal life that happened at this point. I learned the ways of the cobra as a hunter, which would come in handy during my battles. But I also learned about the power of transmogrification, a new way to dress up in old clothes so that you can mix and match outfits or rock badass looking sets, and I was gunning to use this ability to put me on the cover of Vogue. Behold, Rav the Avatar in all his glory.
Rav, you look like a noob.
Anyways,
You look
back
like
at
an absolute
Stormwind I
noob.
had business with the prince. If you remember, Anduin was the little boy whose stepmom turned out to be a dragon, and everyone involved has some PTSD from it.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, I vowed to take him under my wing and help when he has concerns, and so when I got his summons that some people in Stormwind were acting sus, I said we'd get to the bottom of it. We talked to workers and no one said shit, but my boy Anduin was freaking onto something when it all revealed that someone was gunning for all of Stormwind to be blown up, and the dude was hiding in plain sight. I was like, bro, someone has already pulled this disguise trick in this exact room, and to try something more original maybe, as we killed him off for treason and found a picture of his land that no one recognized, but I knew just the guy.
And between those two and those mountains, very, very distinct mountains, things like this just become second nature. Just one of those guesses. Nice.
I arrived firsthand to see the chaotic zone, overridden by evil. I ran into relatives with the same ginger-based genetics as me and helped them recover from the Twilight's attacks. I trained their men in preparation for a war, knowing that the enemies they were going to encounter were not your typical Coldridge Valley trogs. But with news of us readying for a war, their leaders sent us what looked like a shitty high school rap lip sync-along dance type TikTok, but what they didn't realize was that their own threats had revealed the location of their clan. And now the hardcore avatar knew exactly where they could be found.
And so, with our brave hero discovering the hideout of the greatest threat to Azeroth in its history, he prepared to battle the threats head-on, without knowing that on the other side of this portal, he would be immersed in a year-long adventure full of new, deadly dungeons for him to acquire armor and reputation, intense new lands to battle with the Horde over, a guild actively recruiting more of you, the people, to fight by his side to avenge Azeroth, and
Oh, his guild is Moose. If you want to join Rav, I don't know what realm he's on though. We are recruit. What realm are you on, Rav? Moose on some realm. I don't know.
Four of you, the people, to fight by his side to avenge Azeroth, and a chain of dangerous encounters with Twilight commanders that would ultimately lead him to the source of all this chaos. The final battle with Deathwing himself.
Dude, I missed Rav and WoW. That's what I needed this morning. That's really what I needed. Well done, Rav. Well done. Love to see it. I'm gonna send him a little message. All right. So that came out 49 minutes ago. First. Oh, okay, we're not first, but we'll still comment first. Okay, there we go.